Okay, buckle up because we're about to embark on a deep dive into the incredible world of cloves. I'm talking serious wow factor here. You see, I recently went down a research rabbit hole on this unassuming little spice, and let me tell you, I was absolutely floored by what I found. It's like cloves are a hidden superhero in your spice rack, just waiting to unleash their powers on your health. Now, most folks probably know cloves as that go-to remedy for toothaches. And for good reason. Cloves contain a natural compound called Eugenol, which has potent pain-relieving properties. It works in a similar way to lidocaine, numbing the pain, but without any of those nasty side effects you might get from conventional medications. Think of it as nature's own anesthetic. But hold on tight, because this is where things get really interesting. Cloves don't just stop at toothaches. Oh no, they have a whole arsenal of benefits just waiting to be explored. For starters, cloves are incredible at fighting inflammation throughout the body. We're talking about those pesky conditions like arthritis, swelling, joint pain, anything that ends in itis. Cloves are like a natural fire extinguisher for those inflammatory fires. In fact, studies have shown that cloves can be as effective as those non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, like ibuprofen, but without the same potential for harm. It's like getting the pain relief you need without the unwanted baggage. And if that wasn't enough, cloves also pack a serious punch when it comes to fighting off those nasty microbes. We're talking bacteria, fungi, viruses, you name it, cloves are probably ready to take it on. And here's the really impressive part. Cloves can even tackle those superbugs, those antibiotic-resistant bacteria that give doctors nightmares. They can also take down fungi like Candida, viruses like herpes simplex 1 and 2, and even some parasites like malaria. It's like having a natural antibiotic on hand, but without wiping out the good bacteria in your gut, which is essential for a healthy immune system. Now, you might be wondering, how do cloves pull off these incredible feats? Well, let me break it down for you. Clove oil has this amazing ability to break down those protective shields that bacteria build around themselves, called biofilms. Think of it as breaking down the enemy's fortress walls. This allows your body's own defenses, your immune system, to storm the castle and take care of the invaders. But cloves don't stop there. That powerful eugenol we talked about, it can actually cut off the energy supply to these harmful pathogens, essentially starving them to death. It's like cutting off the enemy's supply lines and leaving them stranded without resources. Pretty clever, right? But wait, there's even more. Cloves can also lend a helping hand when it comes to regulating blood sugar levels. They seem to increase insulin sensitivity, which means your body can use insulin more effectively to control blood sugar. It's a bit like a natural version of the medication metformin, but in a gentler, more balanced way. And here's a real bombshell. Cloves even have cancer-fighting properties. Research has shown that they can inhibit the growth of cancer cells, working in a similar way to certain chemotherapies. Now, I want to be clear that most of this research is still in the early stages, with studies primarily done in labs and on animals. But the findings are definitely exciting and suggest that cloves have a lot of potential in the fight against cancer. I'll be sure to link those studies down below so you can check them out for yourself. On top of all that, cloves are great for your liver. They support detoxification processes, helping your liver to filter out toxins and keep things running smoothly. And as if that wasn't enough, they also act as a natural blood thinner, similar to aspirin. This means they can help prevent those dangerous blood clots that can lead to heart attacks or strokes. Talk about a multi-talented spice. Now here's where things get a little complicated. Due to regulations, we can't make any claims that cloves can actually treat or cure any disease. It's a bit frustrating, I know. But the reality is that the medical industry has a tight grip on what can be considered a treatment or a cure. If a natural remedy starts showing real promise, it can suddenly be classified as a drug, and then things get really complicated. That's why you'll see those disclaimers on all sorts of natural products stating that they're not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. It's a bit of a legal hurdle, but it's important to understand the context. I mean, it does seem a bit odd that only drugs can claim to cure or treat diseases, doesn't it? But the truth is that many drugs primarily focus on managing symptoms, not necessarily addressing the root cause of the problem. So, here's my 2 cents on the matter. If the medical system wants to claim ownership of our health, that's their prerogative. But they need to deliver results. And unfortunately, we know that drugs often fall short when it comes to true healing. Our healthcare system is incredibly expensive, and people aren't necessarily getting healthier. I've seen countless people taking a whole cocktail of medications just to manage their symptoms, but they're not truly getting better. Even when I was in practice, I felt limited in what I could offer my patients. The focus was often on conventional treatments, even when they weren't producing the desired results. That's why I've become so passionate about exploring the power of natural remedies and focusing on holistic health. Things like diet, lifestyle, and addressing nutritional deficiencies can make a huge difference in how we feel and function. Okay, I got a little carried away there, but it's a topic I feel strongly about. Let's bring it back to cloves. This amazing spice has so much to offer, and I'm excited to share its potential with you. And because I'm not selling anything, I have the freedom to talk about these incredible benefits without any restrictions. Of course, I still need to include those necessary disclaimers. You can find them in the description, but that's just part of the game. So, what else can cloves do for you? Well, they can actually lift your mood, help you get rid of gas and bloating, and even freshen your breath. Cloves are packed with antioxidants, even more than blueberries, and they can help reduce excess mucus. Talk about an all-around winner. Now, you might be wondering how to incorporate cloves into your daily routine. It's actually quite simple. You can chew on a clove and swallow it. One a day is a good starting point. Apply clove oil directly to an inflamed joint, or even add ground cloves to your smoothies for an extra boost of flavor and health benefits. That's all for today, my friends. Thanks for joining me on this clove adventure. I hope you learned something new and are inspired to explore the incredible power of this amazing spice. I'll see you in the next video.